Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video, we are going to talk about logical and comparison operators. So let's jump to the code. To compare two objects, I'm going to create two variables first. For x equals to 5 and var y is equal to, let's say, 6. And save the compared result in a variable. So I'll call it, let's say, compared result. Okay. The first operator is called greater. So x greater than y. So let's see the result using print line statements. Let's run it. The answer is false. So what happened here is we compared if x is greater than y. So the 5 is not greater than 6. So the result is false. So as you can see, the compared result type is a Boolean because it's a comparison. So the next comparison operator is less. So let's run it. And the answer is true because 5 is less than 6. And one of the main operators is called equals. So it's not the equal sign, it's with double equal sign, which means that we are going to check if the value of x is equal to y. So let's run it and see what happens. The value is false because 5 is not equal 6. The other useful operator is not equal, which is an exclamation mark and an equal sign. So what's happened here, we are going to check if x is not equal y. Let's run it. And the answer is true because 5 is not equal 6. The other operator is called greater or equal. We can use both at the same time with this. So what happened here, we are going to check if x is greater or equal to y. Let's run the application and see the result. The answer is false because it is not greater or equal, but it is less or equal. So the next operator is less or equal. The answer is true because 5 is lower than 6. But let's see if the both variables are equal. So let's see what happens here. So the answer is true because the first operator is going to be ignored, but the equal sign works because 6 is equal 6. So the answer is true, but the comparison operators are easy to use. That's when the logical operators come in. So let's say we have two other variables. Our a is equal to, let's say, 10 and val b is equal to 12. So our second compared result is a greater than b. Let's also print the second variable and see. The second variable is false because a is not greater than b. So imagine there is a situation that you want to use both conditions at the same time. For example, I want to check to see if x is equal to y, and at the same time I want to compare a and b. So that's when the logical operators come in. The first logical operator is and the sign that we are going to use is double and sign. So let's see. So we write the compare results and second compare result. So let's see the result. The result is false because even if that the first condition is true, but we are using the AND operators, which means we want that both conditions to be true. So what's happened here, it checks if the first condition is true and goes for the second one, which is false. So it prints false. But let's say if A is greater than B. So let's see the result. The answer is true because the first comparison and the second one are both true. There is one other operator is called OR, which we can use like this. So what happens here, we're going to check if one of the conditions is going to be true, return the true value, or one of the conditions is true, that works for us. We just need to one of them to be true. So let's make it back to the value that it was before. And you see the answer is also true because the first comparison is true and it ignores the second comparison. It can also be extended. I mean, you can write another condition here and another condition here and keep going like that. There is one more important thing to negate a Boolean value. Whenever you want to negate a value of a Boolean, you can write an exclamation mark before that. So let's change it back to AND operator. So the answer becomes false because the second value is false. So let's say we are going to negate this Boolean. We just write an exclamation mark before that. So it's also true and true. Let's see the result. The result is true because what's happened here, the first comparison is true and the second one is false, but we negated the value of it. So let's say we want to use the exclamation mark for whole condition. So we put them inside the parentheses and write an exclamation mark before the parentheses. So the answer is false as we expected. If you're wondering what happened here, let me explain you once again. So the first comparison was if is x less or equal y, which is true, and the second comparison is false because a is not greater than b. So it's false. But we negated that to a true. So the whole condition is true, but we also negated the whole condition with an exclamation mark. So the answer is false. So that's it for this video. I'll see you on the next video.